Hi guys, so for this class you just need padding for your knees, and if you've got a block, grab your block, a yoga block. If not, grab a cushion or something that will give you a bit of extra height, maybe a book that's hard, or a water bottle or something. But if you don't have it, don't worry. Okay, let's get started. So starting lying on your back, and just let your whole body relax. Let the feet fall to the corners of the mat. Palms facing up, close down your eyes. Just have a little wiggle of the hips, and then find some stillness. Start to breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. So really full deep breaths, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Do this 2 more times, so going to a place where it's comfortable without struggling. After your final breath out through the mouth, come to your nostril breathing, so in and out through the nose. Then gradually bringing in your ujjayi breath, the constriction at the back of your throat, creating your ocean-like sound. Just setting your intention today to be light in the body. So we're really going to flow. We're going to become really fluid from posture to posture. And as we travel from one posture to the next, just becoming light in the body and removing any of this heavy feeling. So keeping the hands and feet active, and I'll guide you through other ways to feel light in the body. So start to hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze, rock side to side. And then extend your left leg down to the mat. Keep the right knee hugged in. Bring left hand to left hip, so you're keeping your left hip in contact with the ground. Just start to take your right knee out to the side. We're just going to go in and out. And bringing some circles into the hip. There's no right, wrong way of doing these kind of movements. It's kind of just working with your body. What can you feel? Going to your edge, going in and out. And then bring your knee back to center. Extend your right leg up towards the ceiling. Now, you can either hold behind your back of the thigh, the hamstring, or behind the calf or maybe the ankle. Now, if it is early, if your body's not warm yet, then please just be mindful that you're not over pulling. And we're just going to go from side to side. So wherever you're holding, go from side to side. And then around in some circles. So your right leg does not need to be straight. You can have it bent. And opposite direction. And draw the right knee into the chest, supine twister for your hips towards the right side of the mat. With your left hand, draw right knee over towards the left hand side. Right arm extends out to the side. And now deepen your breath. Breathe into this right side of your rib cage, the right part of your lower spine. Use this as an opportunity to come into your deep breathing. Now start to feel light across the chest. So feel this expansion from your left shoulder to your right shoulder. And a sense of lifting through the chest. Rolling back through center. So come to the center of your mat with the spine. Switch the legs over, right leg extends down. Left knee hugs in. Just bring the right hand to the right hip. Begin to take your left knee in and out. And drawing some circles with the left hip, with the left knee. Just doing anything that feels good for you right now. So maybe some smaller movements feel better. Maybe for you it's some bigger movements. Bring the leg back through center. Extend the left leg up towards the ceiling. Take your hands either behind the back of the thigh, the calf, or maybe the ankle. And then just taking your left leg from side to side. And start to create some circles. So we're also giving the lower back a bit of a massage as we start to open up through the back of the left leg. Opposite direction. Just brings some functional movement into the joints, just warming the muscles, the joints up, bringing some fluid into the areas we're going to be working with. And then bring your left knee into your chest, shuffle hips over to the left side, and draw left knee across the body, left arm out to the side. Breathe into the left rib cage, into the lower side of the left of the back, or the left side of the back in easier terms. Sometimes I like to go around the houses with the way I describe things, just the way my brain works. You know what I mean, hopefully. And then as you lie here in this twist, just get this lightness across the chest. So from the left shoulder all the way to the right shoulder, you feel this lift and this openness through the chest. And slowly drawing yourself back through center, brings both of the feet flat on the ground. Bring your spine to the middle of the mat. Hug the knees back in towards the chest. This time hold on to the knees and take your knees around in a big circle. So you're massaging out the lower spine. Especially in the mornings, our backs can feel quite tight, so it's nice to slowly wake the back up this way. Keep breathing. Okay, then extend your left leg up to the ceiling. Bring the right foot flat on the ground. And then lift your fingertips up towards your left toes. Extend your right leg on the ground and hover it just above the floor. Now, if this is too much, you can always bring your right heel down. Switch the legs over, but bring the right knee in towards the chest, and then lift the right leg up. Reach your fingers towards your right toes. So we're going to do that. We're going to switch the legs, bring left knee into chest, and then reach up. Right knee into chest, lift up. Keep going, in and lift, in and lift. Keep pulling belly button down, in and lift. We've got 4, lift, 3, lift, 2, lift, 1, lift, and then lower the head and shoulders. Bring both feet onto the mat. Take your knees from side to side, so feet are about hip distance. And then take both legs up towards the ceiling. This time interlace your fingers behind your head and neck and draw the elbows towards the ceiling. Now you can have a bend in your knees. They do not need to be straight, but activate the feet. So you're pushing up through the ball of the foot, the place underneath the toes. Spread the toes out wide, active feet. Pull belly button down. Start to lift the elbows up towards the ceiling. Let the head relax into the hands. Curl tailbone up. Take a breath in. Lower the shoulders halfway down. As you breathe out, we lift the elbows up. A little bit faster. So we inhale halfway. Exhale, lift. Lift. Lift up through the triceps, through the elbows. Okay, we're going together for 8. Breathe out for 7. 6. Pull belly button down for 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Lower your head and shoulders. Hug the knees into the chest. Take a rock from side to side. Grab behind the thighs, rock up and down through the spine 3 times. And on your third one, come onto your hands and knees. So knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. I'm going to begin by taking some big circles. So going around with the chest, taking the hips all the way back. Bring some warmth into the wrists, taking the hips, moving the hips, and going in the opposite direction. Deep breath in, steady breath out. We'll come back through center. Let's move through some traditional cat-cow. So press tops of the feet down into the mat, legs stay active. Breathe in, tilt your tailbone up, chest bone lifts forwards. Breathe out, tuck bottom under, round through spine, push away from the ground. Keep going, breathe in, cow pose. Breathe out, cat pose. One more, breathe in, open. Breathe out, round. Come back to your tabletop. Just take the fingertips towards the edges of the mat. Let's take a gentle rock from side to side. And if it feels okay, take the fingertips towards the body, or you can keep them facing to the side. Take a gentle rock forwards and backwards. Turn the fingertips to face towards the front of the mat. Now take the right leg out behind you, toes stay on the floor. Lift the left arm straight out in front. So make sure your right wrist is stacked underneath your right shoulder. Claw your fingertips. So your fingertips press into the ground and then slightly draw back. And then start to lift your right leg up. So press down into the top of the left shin. If you need a bit more balance, you can always tuck the left toes and press down into the left toes. We take a breath in. Breathe out, elbow to knee. Curl through the spine. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Lengthen and curl. Hold your right knee towards your right elbow. And then send the left arm behind you, so the palm's facing up towards the ceiling. Keep squeezing the left palm up towards the ceiling. And then extend all the way forwards. This time reaching as high as you can. So starting to lift the right leg. And then bend at the right knee. And sweep the left arm behind you again, so palm faces up. Lift your right heel towards the ceiling. So working to the posterior chain, into the glutes. So we squeeze up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now either hold it here, squeezing, or grab your right ankle with your left hand and push your right foot into your left hand. Open the chest, feel a stretch through the left side of the shoulder. And then slowly release down. Take the knees wide. Big toes together, child's pose. Stretch the arms out in front, forehead down. Give yourself a chance to rest, to catch up on your breath. And then just take a slow circle of your right wrist in one direction and in the other direction. Make your way back onto your hands and knees. Take the left leg out behind you, toes press into the ground. Push back through the heel to begin with. And then lengthen right arm out in front. So you've got this straight line from the left ankle up towards the right fingertips. Slowly start to lift the left foot. Belly button pulls up, cores engaged. Inhale to reach. Exhale, elbow and knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow and knee. Find that fluid movement As you draw elbow, knee together, lightness as you extend. 2 more, breathe in, reach. Breathe out, crunch. 1 more. Crunch, hold it there. Bring left knee towards left elbow. Sweep right arm back. Palm faces up towards the ceiling. Open up through the right shoulder. And then sweep, extend. This time reach. Reach your as high as you can. Keep lengthening through the spine. And then bend at the left knee. Flex the left toes. We start to sweep the right arm back again. Lift up. We take these glute presses. So we squeeze the glute as you press the left heel towards the ceiling. Squeeze for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Option to hold or grab your left foot with your right hand. Open the chest. Press your foot into hand. Breathe. And then release to the ground. Take your hips from side to side. And then take the knees wide. Sit at the bottom back, child's pose. Catch up on your breath. Bring some small movements into the left wrist. Make your way into downward facing dog. Spread the fingers, claw the fingertips down, tuck the toes, lift the hips. And paddle out the feet one by one. Pressing one heel towards the ground at a time. And then you can bring some movement into the hips if that feels good, taking them side to side. And then find some stillness in your downward facing dog. Take a slight bend in the knees, push away from the hands, lift your hips up and back, and then wrap the elbows towards one another. Keep those arms active. Start to press your heels towards the ground, then come onto the tiptoes, bend the knees to hover just above the floor. Now as you hover the knees, keep the bottom pulling under, push away from the ground, belly button pulls up to spine. Push back to your down dog, press heels towards the ground. We move through these two postures, feeling a lightness as we lift onto the toes, lift up through the belly button, and then hover the knees. Exhale, we push back. Inhale, hover the knees. Exhale, lift, push back, heels towards the ground. Inhale, 2 more, hover the knees. Exhale, lift and push. 1 more. Lift and push, hold. And then look through your hands, step to the top of your mat, fold forwards. Grab the elbows, ragdoll, feet hip distance, let the body hang. And release the arms, let the arms hang. Fingertips stay on the ground. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale, halfway lift. Lift, chest forwards, crown of the head forwards. Exhale, fold over the legs. This time, hands to the shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forwards. Your choice this time, fingers on the ground or hands to the shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. So you have a choice between those two. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Close down your eyes for a moment. And I just want you to sway between bringing the weight into your heels and then into the balls of the feet and into the toes. Now we played around with this in this week's movement meditation class, if you've joined me for that one yet. If not, you can go back and view the video. So just playing around with this weight and then stopping somewhere in the middle. So you've got weight in your heels, weight in the balls of your feet and your toes. And to find this lightness, we pull up through the crown of the head. Now take the arms over the head I'm going to face you for this one. You're going to take your left arm forwards, right arm back, and twist towards your right hand side. Now reach through the fingertips. We're aiming to keep the hips forward, so we're not twisting from the knees. Knees and hips stay forward. We're twisting from the belly button. Come back through center. Slight bend in the knees. You're going to take your bottom towards the ground, tuck under. As you open your chest up, cactus the arms back. Now you only go as feels good for your back, and we support it by using the glutes to squeeze under and open the chest. Lift up through center. This time take your right arm forwards, left arm back. Twist towards your left hand side. Reach through each end of the fingertips. Breathe. Breathe in, back to center. Breathe out, tuck bottom under, cactus, open the heart. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, twist to the right. Breathe in, back through center. Breathe in, cactus, open the chest. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist to the left. One more. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, cactus. And then release the arms down. Just take some big circles with the shoulders. And then forwards. Okay, take your feet hip distance. Toes parallel. So just make sure the toes aren't turning out. And then start to take your chin towards your chest. So let your arms be floppy. And then start to peel down through the spine. So the upper spine starts to round, then the middle, then the lower. So just waking up each vertebrae in the spine. Now as you fold over the legs, you're going to take your left hand to your right ankle and lift the right arm up towards the ceiling, bending into your left knee. Now just let the head relax. So feeling this stretch down the back of the right leg. And then open up across the chest. So start to take your right arm behind you as far as you can within your range. So not over forcing. And bring some circles into the right shoulder. So take these big arm circles. Stay with your breath. And in the opposite direction. Okay, come back through center. Bring the right hand to the left ankle. Bend into the right knee. And then lift your left arm up. So you're twisting from the belly button. Now to create lightness in these postures, it's really easy to let your body just be heavy. But when we're using our strength, we're lifting up through the left fingertips. Use it to lift your body. Relax the head. And then bring some circles with the left arm. Big circles round. Stay with your steady breathing. And then go in the opposite direction. Okay, slowly come back through center. Grab the elbows. Ragdoll. Shake your upper body from side to side. Release the arms. Halfway lift. Hands either to the shins or fingertips to the ground. And then fold over the legs. Step back, high plank. Hold it here for a moment. Push back through the heels. Bottom tucks under. Shoulders above the wrists. Now take your right knee, bring it towards your left elbow, and send it back. Left knee towards right elbow. Send it back. Hover the knees just above the ground. Push back into your high plank. Knees just above the ground. High plank. Then bring the knees down. Keep the toes tucked. Have the knees about hip distance. And keep the knees in line with the hips. So we're not pushing them back. They're not coming forwards. Staying in line. Walk your hands forwards. And then come onto the fingertips. Start to lower your chest So you're feeling for a stretch all the way from the rib cage up towards the armpit. Keep pressing down into the fingertips and then lift your lower rib cage up towards your spine. So you're rounding through the spine. You'll feel this stretch through the upper back. And I want you to start to move from side to side. Just bring a little swing into the upper body. Keep breathing. Big breath in. Steady breath out. If it feels good, you can even go all the way round in a circle. These big barrel rolls. And then just untuck the toes, draw the knees together. Sit bottom back towards the heels. Child's pose, arms behind you, palms facing up. Let the forehead down. And then let the shoulders completely fold forwards. This restorative child's pose. Close your eyes. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Make your way back onto your hands and knees. Take your chest bone forwards. Let's flow through a vinyasa. Curl bottom towards the ground. Elbows in. Lower down towards the floor. Cobra. Tuck bottom under, press feet down. Lift chest forwards. And then tuck the toes, lift up, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. And then step right foot through the hands. Rise up to your high lunge. Just slight bend in the back leg, so in your left leg. Pushing down into the left ball of the foot. And then pull forward through the right knee. So really finding your edge. Rib cage pulls in and down. Now take your left arm forwards, right arm back. Find a twist through the spine. Your right hip stays pulled in, so we're not twisting through the hips, we keep pulling it in. And then use your core to come back through center. Now stay in your high lunge. I'm going to explain the arms. In your high lunge, take your arms out to the side. Now I'm mirroring you, so you're going to take your left arm underneath your right arm. Either hold the shoulders, backs of the hands together, or interlace the fingers. So your left arm's underneath the right. Lift your elbows up and away from the body, shoulder blades pull down the back. Now you can either hold or you can add in some movement. So we're going to breathe in, slightly open the chest up, gaze towards the fingers. And then breathe out, elbows in towards belly button, round through the spine. Legs stay pushing down to the ground. So we inhale, create this lightness, lift up through the chest, lift rib cage up. Breathe out, elbows in towards the belly button. One more, breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, elbows in. Lift up to your high lunge. And then bring the hands down, step back, high plank. Now it's up to you. You can either stay on your knees or you can stay off the knees as you flow through your vinyasa. Come into Cobra, open the chest, and then lift the hips, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, big breath out. Lift your left leg up towards the ceiling. Step left foot through the hands. Rise up, high lunge. So press down into left foot, press down into the ball of the right foot. So your legs are strong. The fingertips pull up. See the length you can find in your spine when you lift. Take the arms out to the side. This time thread your right arm underneath your left. And then find your arm positioning, either holding onto the shoulders, backs of the hands, or fingers interlaced. Lift the elbows up. Squeeze shoulder blades down the back. Bring some steadiness into your breath. Now you can either hold and carry on breathing or move with me. As we breathe in, we lift elbows up, open chest. Breathe out, elbows in towards the belly button. 2 more, breathe in, open. Breathe out, round through the back. Keep pressing down into the left foot. Use your leg strength. And then round. Lift arms over the head. Reach. Lift and lengthen. And then hands down. Step back. High plank. Flow through your vinyasa on or off the knees. Up dog or cobra. And then lift back. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Out through the mouth. 2 more like that. Fill up your lungs and empty out. 1 more. Let it go. Lift your right leg up, breathe in. Breathe out, step right foot through the hands. Rise up to your high lunge. Now open up into your warrior 2 to the left-hand side. Flip round. So left foot parallel to the back of the mat, right foot forwards. So press down into both feet. So you get this grounding through the feet, but then slightly engage the heels towards one another. So we push down first, and then slight squeeze. And you'll feel the whole of the insides of the legs activate. When they activate, you get this lift up energy-wise through here. Then it pulls all the way up into the chest, and then creates this lightness through the upper body. Reverse the warrior. So flip your right palm, reach forwards. Left hand comes to left thigh, reach right arm over the head. So we're finding this lift through the left side of the rib cage and the right side of the rib cage. Left ear relaxed to left shoulder. Extended side angle, right forearm to right thigh. Left arm over the head, palm faces down. Now again, get this lift. We can sink into the right elbow. We can sink into the right sides of the ribs. I want you to get this lift so the right elbow is light and you're using the right side of your core. Now we begin to flow. Inhale, reverse the warrior, lift and lengthen. Exhale, extended side angle. Keep going. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Keep pressing into the right foot. 1 more. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Hold. Wrap the left arm behind the back. Take a half bind. Now you can either stay here if you want to go for your full bind. Take your right upper arm underneath your right leg. And then interlace the fingers behind the back. Option to use a strap if you've got a strap. And then keep rolling the left shoulder blade down the back. Deep breath. Release from any binds. Press into the feet. Come back to warrior 2. And then bring the hands to the mat. And just stay in your low lunge here. So fingertips are on the ground. Left knee is lifted. I just want you to take a little bounce up and down with the hips. So keeping a slight bend in the left knee. Steady breath. Okay, and then find some stillness. Lift the heart up, chest opener. And then start to lift up from the hips. Straighten out the right leg as much as you can, as much as it feels good. And then press the left heel towards the mat. So we flow through these. We inhale, chest open. Exhale, lift the hips, fold. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, lift, hold it there. And then step back, high plank. Flow through your vinyasa on or off the knees. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Release through the mouth. We're almost there with the hard work. You're going to breathe in, lift your left leg up. Breathe out, step left foot through the hands. Rise up to your high lunge. Hold, lower rib cage pulls down. Lift up through the fingertips, through the chest. And then as you lift up, get this sense of wrapping the shoulders around the armpits. So turning the little fingers towards one another can help wrap this part of your shoulder around the armpit, activating all the muscles, the lats, the anterior, serratus anterior around here. Okay, open up into your warrior two. Set up with the feet, so left foot, right foot parallel the back of the mat. Push down into both feet and then get this slight engagement of the heels towards one another. Feel this lift up through the insides of the legs, energetically up through the middle of the body. Legs stay exactly where they are. Flip your left palm. Reach forwards, right hand to right thigh, reverse the warrior. Use your left fingertips to lift and lengthen, and lift up through the right side of the ribs. So instead of this, we use the core to lift. Extended side angle, left forearm to left thigh, right arm over the head, palm faces down. Open the chest. Again, see if you're dumping, or can you lift and lengthen? Light elbow on the thigh, using your core. Let's begin to flow. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. So the hands are light on the body. Exhale, reverse. Sorry, extended. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Hold it there. Take the right arm behind the back. Half bind. Now either stay here, keep the head relaxed, left ear towards left shoulder. Or if you'd like to go into your full bind, take the left upper arm underneath the left leg, interlace the fingers, and then lift the chest, roll right shoulder blade down the back. Breathe. Keep pressing into the left foot. And then release from your binds, come back to warrior two. Whew. Release the hands to the mat. Stay in your low lunge, right knee stays lifted. A slight bend in the right knee, but push into the right ball of the foot. Start to create a little bounce in the hips. Deep breaths. And then find some stillness. Lift and open the heart onto your fingertips. Now, if you do have two blocks or two books, there is an option to bring some extra height by bringing your fingertips onto your blocks. Quite a nice option. And then you lift the hips up and back, begin to straighten out the left leg. Send the right heel towards the ground, head relaxes. Inhale, open the chest and the heart. Exhale, lift up and back. Two more, inhale. Exhale, lift. Last one. And lift, hold it there. And then plant the hands, step back, high plank. Your final vinyasa of today, lower to the ground. Inhale, bottom tucks under, lift and lengthen. Exhale, downward facing dog. Paddle out the feet. Notice the difference in your legs. Now you've just done all of that work. And then come down onto the knees. Come to a seated position. So whatever leg you've got in front, we're going to switch it over so it doesn't matter. And just have the arms resting down by the side. We're going to breathe in, lift the arms over the head. Breathe out, hands touch, bring the hands back through the center. Keep going. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale, bring it down. One more. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, bring it down. Switch the legs over. So the opposite leg in front. Take the right arm behind you, left hand to your right knee. Just finding this gentle pull back of the right shoulder blades. So we're not going super deep into this twist, just allowing ourselves to twist to our edge towards the right hand side. Then untwisting through center, take the left arm behind you, right hand to left knee. We lift and lengthen, pull up through the crown of the head. So instead of slouching, we lift up through the whole of the core. Lower rib cage lifts away from the hips. And start to roll your left shoulder blade back, finding a twist through the spine. Breathe. Slowly untwist through center. Take the soles of the feet onto the ground in front of you. And then fingertips facing towards the bottom. Now take the heels a little closer to the bum so they're underneath the knees. And start to lift the hips up for your reverse tabletop. Now if you find the feet are a little bit too close as you lift, you can walk them away from the body. So it allows you to lift the hips, curl the bottom under. Chin stays towards the chest. And as you pull forward through the knees, you'll feel a deeper stretch through the front of the shoulders. Slowly lower the bottom down. Bring soles of the feet together, let the knees fall out, and then just turn the fingertips to face towards the back of your mat. Now lift up through the heart. Find this lightness through the chest. You can either stay here, or you can start to press into the hands, lift the hips, and take a rock of the hips from side to side. And slowly bring the bottom down. Extend the legs in front. Come to lying on your back. Just gently take your head from side to side. And then let the feet fall to the corners of your mat. Let the arms be heavy, just away from the body, palms facing up. And squeeze your bottom under, curl tailbone under, lengthen the lower spine. Take a full breath in. Sigh out through the mouth. And for the next few moments, just allow your body to be heavy on the ground. You've created so much lightness through the body, lifting, strengthening. Just allow your body to relax now into the floor, into your Shavasana. Now slowly start to wiggle the fingers and toes. And just take the arms over the head, take a full body stretch, breathe in, breathe out, let the body relax. Roll onto your left or right hand side and make your way up to a seated position. Bring your hands together by your heart center. Close down your eyes. Let the belly relax and then take a full breath in. Full breath out. Bow your forehead towards your fingertips. Namaste.